Afternoon, everyone. Today I stretched my Philtrum, or medusa as it's commonly referred to. Uh, I was at just over a zero gauge, something in between uh, zero and double zero, and now I'm just over double zero, as I usually go up a full size with my Philtrum, and it's never easy. Even small jumps aren't easy, actually, so that's why I don't bother with them. Anytime you stretch your Philtrum, it's quite a bit of pain. For some reason, I've had a harder time stretching my Philtrum than my medusa or my labret. Not really sure why. I said that one time in a video, and someone asked me why my labret was easy to stretch, but my medusa was hard. It just feels a little thicker up there for whatever reason. Not quite sure. But after the pain, of course, there's immediately quite a bit of swelling on the surface from pushing it through, and then afterwards there's quite a bit of recoil, like swelling. So right now I've got a big back Delrin labret post in. I will flip that around once it's not quite so angry. But stretching from the inside out doesn't really work. The skin is just too moist on the inside to properly push it through. So usually I stretch it outside in. Early stages, it was easy enough to stretch from the inside out, but as it gets bigger, the jewelry just kind of slimes around in there and pushes all over the place. It doesn't really want to go through the hole, and certainly even just putting it in sometimes at its normal stage is hard enough to get a good firm hold on. So right now I've got it turned around so that the back is on the outside, but after a few days I'll get that in proper, get no ring on the outside of it, and that'll more or less be the way it stays. I have said before that I won't be stretching it again because it is difficult to stretch, and it's starting to get to the point where it looks pretty big. But I've stretched my labret up a few times since the last time I stretched my medusa. So I figured the labret looks a little too big for the top right now. I need to even it out a bit. So that's the main reason that I stretched it. So yeah, I'm probably talking a little bit funny and whatever. I've got quite a bit of adrenaline, which is always common after a big stretch. So that's probably why I decided to make this video. And I just thought that someone out there might be stretching their own Philtrum. Maybe not quite this big, but maybe they could take this video, find some value in it. So yeah, hopefully by lips, usually they only stay swollen for depending, usually within 12 hours to 48 hours, most of the swelling is actually gone. So that if the jewelry's long enough, anyway. If the jewelry isn't long enough, the swelling will get quite bad. So you want to make sure you got a long post on whatever you use, or else the swelling will try and swell around the jewelry. So typically you want longer jewelry in than you're going to wear once it's healed, because lips, though they heal fast, they get very, very angry when you stretch them. So you just have to remember that. You don't want to have to be changing the jewelry while it's already swollen. So you want to equip yourself for the swelling, because you're going to swell. There's no two ways about it. It seems that lip piercings, when stretched, swell worse than anything else I have stretched in my entire life. But they don't swell for very long. So there is that light at the end of the tunnel, I guess, if you want to call it that. Anyway, if you found this valuable, I'm happy to help. Have a good day.